Thanks, Sandeep, for the lovely introduction which you gave out me. So, good afternoon, all of you, all the participants. Today, I am here to discuss the Code of Wages 2019, in which the four statutes, that is Payment of Wages Act 1936, Minimum Wages Act 1948, Payment of Bonus Act 1965, Equal Remuneration Act 1976, has been consolidated in one code, that is Code of Wages 2019. So first of all, I would like to convey to all the participants that this code on wages 2019 and other three codes will be applicable to all the companies, industries, maybe from next year, and that is from April 2021. And this information is as per the statement given by the Ministry of Labor. So there is no hurry regarding the applicability of these four codes and the compliance which has to be done under these four codes. I would also like to inform all the participants that this PPT is made very descriptive in order to give you all participants a good subject material on these four codes. Now I shall be discussing the major changes which has taken place due to consolidation of four codes, statutes into this Code of Wages 2019. This webinar will not make you a master or subject matter expert, but yes, at least after hearing us today, you will become a little more aware about the laws applicable on you due to these four new codes. So first of all, I am taking you all on this code chapter wise, and to start with I have chapter 1 regarding the definitions. So the first definition is the definition of employee. The definition of employee was not there before in the Equal Remuneration Act and Minimum Wages Act, and now the definition of employee will cover the Equal Remuneration Act and Minimum Wages Act both, and all the employees, whether it is the senior most in the company, like a managing director also, and if the managing director is salaried, he will also be covered under this definition, irrespective of the duties and responsibilities. So now the employee or person who is performing supervisory, managerial, and administrative duties has also been included in this new definition of employee. Next definition is wages. In the definition of wages, only the basic pay, that is the basic wage, the DA allowance, DA, and retaining allowance has to be included in this definition of wage. The other allowances, as mentioned in this definition from clause is A to I, has been excluded from the definition of wage. But there is a catch in this definition. If these allowances, which have been mentioned from clause A to I, are more than 50% of the total wages, then the amount which exceeds 50% of wages will be treated as wages. In this new code, there is no discrimination on gender basis, and will include all now male, females, and transgender also. Transgenders was not before in the four statutes. The wages will be paid similar to similar work performed by the person, whether male, female, or transgender. A new transgender act has also been enforced by the central government a few months back, and the compliance of that act has to be made also. And now the transgender has also been included in these four new codes. Next, chapter 2 is regarding the minimum wage, in which the central government has now introduced a new concept of floor wage. Floor wage means the wages will be decided and declared by the central government on the basis of geographical region, like north, south, east, and west. And the minimum wages fixed by the state government will not be less than the floor wages as decided by the central government. The minimum wage will be paid to an employee on the basis of work performed by him, her, or her, hourly, daily, and monthly basis. The minimum wages will be revised and reviewed by the government with an interval not exceeding 5 years. This 5 years was not before, and as we know that in the state of Haryana and state of Rajasthan, the minimum wages revised by the government after every 6 months, and The applicability is from 1st of January and 1st of July every year. And just to let you know all, that's a few days back only the Haryana government has revised the minimum wages from 1st of July 2020. Next is overtime wages. Overtime wages has to be twice the normal rate of wages, which was before also. And this normal wages is now uh, uh, will be taken as the new definition of wages, which now includes the basic pay, DA, and retaining allowance. The limitation period to file a claim for in this new code of wages 2019, which include minimum wages, payment of wages, payment of bonus act, and equal remuneration act, has now been increased from 6 months to 3 years. Before it was only for 6 months. And in this case, if a employee files a claim, then the burden of proof before was on the employee. Now in this new code, it has been shifted to the uh, employer. So now the employer has to prove that the claim filed by the employee is not maintainable, and the claimed amount by the employee is not payable to him. The trade union can also file this claim on behalf of the employee who is a member of this trade union. Sorry. Next chapter is regarding payment of wages. Now this payment of wages is applicable on all the employees now, irrespective of their limit or wage limit, meaning thereby the employees who are drawing salary, whether it is 10,000 or 1 lakh or 2 lakh, they all the employees are covered under this definition. So a managing director who is drawing wages will also be covered under this new code, and he can also file a claim if something is not paid to him by the company. So all the employees are covered. But in I would like to tell all the participants that in the state of Haryana, this limit was deleted 3 years back in the year 2017, and in state of Haryana now also there is no limit, and every employee who is working in state of Haryana is covered under Payment of Wages Act, and he can also file a claim for claiming the unpaid amount. Next is if in case of cessation of employment, like in case of termination, discharge, dismissal, retrenchment, resignation, or death, the wages which is unpaid to an employee has to be paid within 2 working days. The wages now should not be paid in cash and should be paid through bank transfer or check only. Next chapter is regarding payment of bonus. Payment of bonus has to be made within 8 months of the closing year. That is closing financial year. That is 31st March every year. So the payment has to be paid within 8 months. That means till November, you have to pay the bonus. Then the limit, which is now 8 months, can be extended for 2 years. This thing was not before in the Payment of Bonus Act, and for that the employer has to file an application to the appropriate government. In case of state, to the state government. In case of central, to the central government, and with sufficient grounds and reasons. And only after the government permit, then this limit can be extended from 8 months to 2 years. The minimum bonus is still 8.33%, and the wage ceiling limit is still 21,000 per month. And this 21,000 per month is the gross wages. And now the definition of wages, this 21,000 will be basic pay, DA, and retaining allowance. The payment of bonus can be disqualified of any employee in case of proven misconduct through a proper and fair domestic inquiry with regard to this sexual harassment. With this sexual harassment was not there in the Payment of Bonus Act before. Fraud, dishonesty, disorderly behavior, theft, and misappropriation was there before also. Now, chapter 5 is regarding the constitution of advisory board by the central government and state government. The central government and state government will constitute a central advisory board and the state advisory board, respectively, in which the representation will be of employers, employees, independent persons, and 5 from the state government, and the total team of this board will be 1/3 of ladies. This was not there before. The duties of central and state advisory board will be to advise the government on fixation on and revision of minimum wage and employment of lady employees mainly. Next chapter is regarding the payment of dues, claims, and audit. In this regard, the government will appoint one or more authorities as under this code for the claims regarding wages, bonus, equal remuneration, and minimum wage. In the state of Haryana, the appropriate authority is the Assistant Labour Commissioner regarding bonus, minimum wage, and wages, and also for equal remuneration. Next chapter is regarding the appointment of inspector cum facilitator. This facilitator word was not there before, and now the inspectors will facilitate the employers and employees both for the compliance of this new statute and also regarding the implementation of these 4 new codes. The inspection will be done through web portal, which will be prepared and decided by the state and central government, which is also being done in the state of Haryana also. All the inspections are being conducted through this web portal, which the Labour Commissioner is the authority under this. Next chapter is regarding offenses and penalties. It is in the chapter 8 and 9. The fine has been increased quite a bit by the government in this new code, and with the fine, which was only from rupees 100 to rupees 7,500 before in the 4 statute, has been now increased from rupees 50,000 for the regular offense, and if the similar offense is repeated within 5 years, then the fine is increased to rupees 1 lakh. Imprisonment has also been increased from 3 months to 6 months in this new code.